To quote Booth from Bones, anytime before 12, too early to math. Anytime after 12, it's too late to math. So, alrighty. Hello. So, it's been a minute. Again, this was unintentional, but I was really busy last week to the point where I didn't even have time to film anything or edit anything. So, we're here today, okay? So, today's video, I am going to be sharing with you, this is a bit of a TBR of sorts. These are books that I would like to get to in the month of September. I know that it's not possible for me to get all of these. These are all books that I have started that I would love to finish by the end of this month. But it's a lot of books because I compulsively start books and then, you know, it takes me a hot minute to try and finish them. So, we're just gonna go through from like books that I need to restart because I started them so long ago and then just, you know, entertained the idea that I would finish them soon, all the way to books that I am like legitimately currently reading and will probably finish in like the next week or two or something like that. Okay? Okay. So, the first book is Again But Better by Christine Riccio. Not entirely sure on that pronunciation, but we're gonna go with it, okay? I started this in January. Yeah. So, this book follows Shane, who has decided that she's been doing college all wrong, so she decides to study abroad, and she goes to England. That's all I know. I haven't gotten very far in the book. I'm on, how far am I into this? Yeah, I'm on page 39, so really need to restart this because I don't really remember anything from this 38, 39 pages, so that's nice. Next, with Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Probably will not be restarting this book because I am literally on chapter 5. So, we're just gonna, you know, if I pick this back up in the month of September, I'm not gonna restart it. Again But Better is probably the only book on this list that I'm going to restart. So, yes. I'm excited to continue with this one because I read Emma by Jane Austen and I really liked that one, so I figured let's try more, and that's what I'm doing. So, up next we have My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman. Let's see, I'm on page 26. I started this for summer reading, and then I had to put it down because the subject matter hits a little too close to home, and like, we're not dealing with that right now. We have this little girl. Her name is Elsa. Basically BFFs with her grandma. Something happens. We're not gonna think too hard on it. And Elsa basically has to go to these people that her grandmother has wronged in some way, shape, or form throughout her life, and basically tell them that her grandmother is sorry. Yes, that's the storyline. So there you go. That's that. Next up is Divergent by Veronica Roth. I started to reread because it was like, it's been like, you know, 5 years since I've read these books. So I was like, let's reread it. I'm 42 pages into it apparently. I don't need to restart it because it's freaking Divergent and I've read it like twice before, so. So up next is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. Really need to get cracking on this because right now I'm not very far into it. I'm on page 68. I need to finish it. Hopefully this is the month for thrillers because, you know, I also have like You by Caroline Kepnes from the library waiting for me. It's calling to me. Okay? Maybe this will be the month of thrillers, even though I like literally just said I want to try and just finish books that I've started. This is about Anna Fox, who is an agoraphobe. Basically that means she just like can't leave her house. Big open spaces, lots of people really freak her out, so she does not leave her house. She sees something hinky going on across the street and she's like, what's happening? But you know, because mental health and things like that, basically our narrator is kind of, you know, questioned, like she's not taken seriously on these claims and da-da-da-da-da. It's supposed to, I don't know if the movie's already come out, if they just went ahead and sent it straight to like streaming on demand or whatever, or if it's just already on DVD. But whatever the case is, it's a movie, or it should be a movie, starring Amy Adams, and we're here for it, okay? Okay. Up next, we have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I watched the 2011 adaptation starring Michael Fassbender and Maya Wasikowska, and oh my goodness, it was so good. It was spooky, a little disorienting at times. The adaptation that I chose to watch, I feel like you probably do need to read this book before you watch it, because otherwise you're just going to be really confused for like maybe the first half of the movie, and then like the second half comes around and like, whoa, everything makes sense. But yeah, so I'm reading this. I'm not going to restart it because I'm on chapter 11. I am on page 96. Yes, that's the number I'm on. I'm on page 96. And basically so far in this book, I remember it very well. All we see so far in these first 96 pages is Jane Eyre getting treated like trash, and I hate it. Okay, so really just here to like, you know, get to the part where she's working at Thornfield Hall. Is that what it's called? Really just hoping to get to the point where she's working at Thornfield Hall and she meets Mr. Rochester, and then bada bang, bada boom, happy ending after, you know, some spooky stuff goes down. So, up next, To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. This is a reread, also kind of a bit of a buddy read, which, Hannah, Heidi, if you're watching this, you probably are, but like, you know, if you're watching this, we just need to finish it because, you know, it's some high quality content. In case you don't know, To All the Boys I've Loved Before follows Lara Jean, who every time she has a crush that is like so significant to her, or like if she falls in love or whatever, she writes a letter to that boy, basically to kind of vanquish any feelings she has for him, and then she seals it up, addresses it, and sticks it in a hat box. Don't ask me why she addresses it, because I don't really know, but it works with the story, so we're gonna go with it. So basically one day the letters get out, and now Lara Jean has to deal with the repercussions. Okay, really awkward, like slight secondhand embarrassment, not gonna lie, but it's got fake dating in it, which is like one of my favorite tropes in a book, so we let it slide. Okay, it's really good, I swear. It's much better than what I'm making it out to be. You should read it. Yes. Up next, we have Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I already read this once this year. I borrowed a copy from the library. Loved it so much, I bought my own copy. Now, I'm cleaning it up so the Cinnamon Roll friends can read it and enjoy it, because it's a great story. High quality, do recommend. Basically, we have Frances, who is like top of her class, head girl, straight A student, really like dead set on like being the best of the best. But on the side, she's also drawing fan art for this podcast called Universe City. I almost called it Radio Silence. Oh my gosh, what a fake fan. We have Aled, who is Radio Silence, the creator of Universe City. One day, Frances gets a message on Twitter from Radio Silence asking her if she wants to collab, and she's like, heck yes, let's do it. So they go ahead and they collab. Frances spends the entire summer with Aled working on University, and you know, things are going great until they're not. And somebody's leaked Aled's identity, something that he really didn't want to happen. And now Frances is worried about Aled and their friendship and the future of University, and it's kind of stressful but also really great. You should read it. Yes, I said all the things. There we go. Next up, a book that I need to finish. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I started this for Reading Rush. Did not finish it, as you can see. I am currently on, what am I on? Page 202. So I'm a decent chunk of the way there. I have this little tabby marking the next part. The next part is apparently part 5. So I'm on part 4. Wow, go me. This book is told from the perspective of death, and it's set during World War II, and we follow Liesel as she is basically given to foster parents, and she's, you know, navigating life, stealing books, doing her own thing, and it's, you know, it's a good time so far. It's a great cast of characters. We're loving it so far. Nothing too tragic. I say too tragic. There's already been some like really depressing stuff going on, but nothing that has made me like break out into overwhelming sobs has happened so far. So there's that. The last book on this list, which no joke, I'm probably going to finish this in like a week or two. If I can, you know, actually get my butt in gear and read. Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. It's basically Twilight told in the perspective of Edward. And I'm loving it so far. So, are we surprised that I'm loving this? Not really. I'm pretty sure I've said in one of my previous videos, I think it was like my summer reading wrap-up, that my favorite books in the Twilight saga are the first book, Twilight, and the last book, Breaking Dawn. New Moon, Eclipse, you trash, cancelled. But Twilight from Edward's perspective, loving it. Can Stephanie Meyer please just write the entire Twilight saga from Edward's perspective? Please. I would love for that to happen. Now, you may just be saying, oh, that's probably because you're like Team Edward or whatever. Which really, there are no teams here. Not even sure why there's a Team Jacob, but you know, whatever. I digress. Since it's told from Edward's point of view, and Edward can, you know, read people's minds, not only do we get to see inside Edward's mind, but we also get to see inside the minds of those around him. So we get to see inside the mind of Alice, and in Jasper, and a Rosalie, and so this is probably the next book that I'm gonna finish, because I can't seem to help myself, and I keep randomly gravitating back towards this book. I'm on page 388, so out of 658. So I'm about halfway through, a little over halfway through, something like that. I don't know. When I'm filming this, it's way too late for me to math. So this has been all of the books that I would like to try and complete in the month of September. Hopefully it happens, but you never know. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. You can also subscribe down there, I believe, and hit the little notification bell, and that will notify you when I upload new videos. I try to upload once a week. Not doing too well at that lately though. So yeah, if you want to, you can leave a comment down below letting me know what books you would like to get to in the month of September, or what books you're currently reading, or whatever. I would say I'll see you next week, but who knows? I guess I'll see you when I see you. So, yeah. Bye.